I don't think anybody will be surprised to hear that there's already plans in motion to bring Miles Morales into live action, and that Sony is actively working on it. Whether it's connected to the MCU or not still remains to be seen, but Spider-Man No Way Home even mentioned there is a Black Spider-Man somewhere out there in the multiverse. This, of course, was mentioned by Jamie Foxx's Electro, so it's not surprising that Amy Pascal, Spider-Man's main producer, confirmed to Empire Magazine, you're gonna have to wait a couple of years, but he's coming. So again, this comes at us directly from Empire Magazine, from the producer of the Spider-Man franchise over at Sony, Amy Pascal. And she was talking about the bigger Spider-Verse, what they're looking at in the multiple projects in development, of course, the upcoming Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and Empire managed to ask her about Miles Morales jumping over into live action. And she says, it's happening, it's in development, they're actively working on it, they hear the fans, and that it's going to be a couple of more years until Miles Morales shows up in live action. But until then, you got the Spider-Verse. Now, of course, during the premiere of Spider-Man No Way Home, if you go back in time, the voice actor for Miles Morales in the Spider-Verse said he'd be interested, and he knows that Sony is planning things, and he said at that point, in a few years. So few have now become couple. So where exactly does this leave Miles? Well, you can look at this in a very interesting way. A couple of years could be Spider-Man 4. Could also be a new Spider-Man in Sony's Spider-Verse, the live-action counterpart, I mean, not the animated one, or it might be in Beyond the Spider-Verse, where they could officially debut a live-action Miles Morales and then transition that one over into who knows where, maybe the MCU, because his story inherently is that he is a refugee from a destroyed multiverse. So this could honestly be really interesting to see, and them already teasing it now, and the timetable moving from a few years to a couple, I think is very telling, because the choice of words there is important. It's implying in the next 2 to 3 years, not the next 5 to 6 like they said previously. And nobody would know this better than Amy Pascal, who's literally required to be hands-on with everything Spider-Man, as she's literally tied to that license at the hip. So it'll be interesting to see what they do and how they bring them in. I honestly hope that they can do something of a sort of joint collaboration. I would love to see Marvel maybe play ball with Sony, produce a Miles Morales film that also has a couple of Avengers, produce it like they do the current Spider-Man films, then have that universe get destroyed, he gets saved, transferred over into the MCU after Secret Wars, and then he just exists in that world. Peter Parker's teaching him, because by that point we'll have Spider-Man 5, 6 will be somewhere down the road, and they can just go along with it. And I think this would kind of follow the comic book theme, but also it gives us a honest to God good explanation and a good accurate origin. So I would definitely be interested, and I can't wait to see what they can come up with.